The home buying process. So this video is going to give you a front row seat and walk you through the entire experience of what the home buying process is like. My name's Vincent. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a realtor here in California, and my specialty is helping first-time home buyers find their dream home, and I also help sellers sell their home for the highest profit and put the most in their pocket. So yeah, let's begin. Quick little intro, what we're going to go over. The home buying process. We're going to break it down into steps. Why do you want to buy a home? It's really important to find what's motivating you, what is behind this want for you to buy a home, right? Getting approved, then you got to get an agent, look at some homes, of course, put in an offer, and then we got to get that offer accepted. That's where I come in. And then we're going to talk about escrow, guiding you through escrow, what it is during, and then the closing of escrow ultimately. Okay, so why do you want to buy a home? This is really important to find what's motivating you. Why do you want to buy a home? Why do you want to live where you want to live? And, why not just rent? Why not just rent a home? Why not just live with your parents? Why not? Why not just be homeless? Okay, but in all seriousness, what's motivating people to buy a home is, they want to stop renting. They want their own space. When it comes to renting, you're throwing a lot of money away. Rents are going up. It's money that you don't get back when you move from that place. And then if you do the math, if you've been renting for 10 years and, $2,000 a month times 12 months times 10 years, I'll let you do the math. And then two, there's stability. There's stability when you are owning your own home. Many times I've gotten the call, hey Vincent, we want to sell our home. We've had tenants in there for 5 years, 10 years, and we want to sell our home now and get our money out. Okay, it's great. Well, there's tenants, you said, right? Yeah. Well, okay, they're going to get uprooted and they're going to have to move. It's just one of those things. And, financial investment, what's motivating you to buy a home when it comes to financial investment? Property values, they appreciate. You can build equity, and then you have rental income. So we'll talk a little bit about appreciation and then building equity, what that is, and then also too in the future having a single family rental property. Another thing is home ownership allows you to make changes, renovations, and improvements, and create a home that is your home. It suits you to how you like, and it's your lifestyle that you've built this home around. So back to stability, the fixed rate mortgages, those offer predictable monthly payments, and you can refinance if you need to, get some money out, and still, you're still just borrowing from yourself when you do a refinance. And then another thing that's really important, there's mortgage interest, mortgage interest and property tax deductions, and will help reduce your taxable income. So yes, interest that you pay every year on your mortgage, you can write that off on your taxes, and it reduces your taxable income and more money in your pocket and less money in Uncle Sam's. So then finally, freedom to make decisions about your property without needing permission from a landlord. Of course, if you want to get pets, or if you want to renovate the house, you want to update the house, you're tired of how dated the house looks and you've been living here for a long time and it's something you want to do, when you own your own home, you have the freedom to do that. So that's, what's really important. Why do you want to buy a home, and kind of figuring that out? You have any questions about that? You're trying to figure out why you should, let me know, and we can go from there. But these are mainly the most common reasons why people want to buy a home. So going on, we're going to need to get you a home loan pre-approval. We're going to need to see, this is a baseline of what things that we need. So we're going to check, what's your credit score? 650, 2 years work history, and do you have a social or ITIN number? You may see, a credit score of as low as 500, 490. Yeah, we can do that, but that's going to be a lot of hoops to jump through, and your credit is really important. But yeah, so it's going to be a lot of hoops to jump through, and you're not going to get the best interest rate. So I always recommend, let's go with 650 and keep that as your baseline, and then we can go from there. So then after you have those things good and you're good to go with those things, then we're going to dig a little bit deeper. Let's look at your 2 years tax returns. We need 30 days of pay stubs and of course a copy of photo ID. So business owners and self-employed, do not worry. We have a solution for you. We can get you fixed up. So we're still going to need that credit of 650. We're going to need some work history, 2 years in the past, of course a social or ITIN. And we can still we have to look, when it's business owners, we have to look at your situation a little bit more uniquely. And it's really important who you work with, so give us a call. Programs available. We have the FHA, we have the down payment, we have first-time home buyers. California, we have a lot of programs, and it all just depends on kind of where you're at. But give us a call and we'll see what the best fit is for you guys. So that's getting the loan pre-approval. So that's another really important step, and it's in the home buying process. Next, to get an agent. So you can work with an agent like me when you buy a home. So myself, I have expertise in the local market. I'm going to be guiding you through the whole process, explaining step by step. Whenever you're picking out an agent, you want to make sure that they are helping you from A to Z. They're going to help you find homes that fit your criteria. They're going to set appointments when it's most convenient to you. They're going to work for your schedule. They are working for you. When you work with an agent, they are working for you. Don't forget that, guys. And most agents, you have to watch, be with them, and they're doing everything for you, but definitely. And so the agents, they're going to negotiate the best terms and the price to get the offer accepted. And guys, most important, your agent represents your interests in the transaction. So they are your advocate, okay? So they're working to secure the best possible deal and ensuring that your needs are met throughout this whole process. Like I said, they are working for you. So make sure that they are taking good care of you, okay? So looking at homes, of course, you may already be doing this. You probably are already doing this in your home buying process if you're here watching this video. And the majority of the home searches nowadays, they are going to start online. So what I do is I send all the properties to my clients. So clients looking at a property, it's from me. I send it to them, and it's something that they like, something that they're interested. And so that's what I do. I send you the listings directly to your email, and it's from the MLS. Yes. Knowing your price range by loan approval. So this is important because you're going to be setting yourself up for failure, giving yourself false hopes if you're not knowing what your price range is. You want to know what your price range is. You're going to be looking in the dark, and you may think you're at one price range, and if you don't know where you're at, you're going to be in for a rude awakening, just to say the least. And then, picking what areas you want to be in. Look for things that are most important to you, between schools, shopping, where your job's located, is it close to the freeway, is it far away from the freeway? And then, you have home features and characteristics. Do you want something with, an open floor plan, something with a bigger kitchen? Do you want, the bathrooms redone and stuff like that? So, and then ultimately, this is the motivating factor is price. And, price is what's ultimately going to be the deal maker for you. And these other options, the area that you're in, the features and the amenities of the home, this is going to be limited if your price is limited. Just letting you know, you have to let you know that right up front. Okay, now we're on to the next step. Most important, getting the ball rolling. Your offer has been accepted. You're going to be waiting to hear those words from me, and I cannot wait to tell you them. Don't worry. So when it comes to an offer, you want to work with an expert like me to craft an offer. So, you have to craft an offer, based on the house, based on who's representing the sellers, based on where you're at. It's in crafting an offer. When I mean that, it's the price and the terms. How many days has this property been on market? What's the condition of the home? have the sellers listed it at a competitive price. What's the price at? And this whole home buying process, and you're gonna hear me say this over and over again, it matters who your agent is. It really does. Very important. Okay, what is escrow? Moving on. What is escrow? So it can go by a few different names. This is just a really quick, brief overview of escrow too as well. So in my local area here in California, we usually say, we're going to be working with a title company. Title company, escrow, they're somewhat similarly synonymous. And so for all of your purposes of going through a real estate transaction, you can kind of use escrow and title as the same thing, just think of it as that. So pretty much what escrow is a neutral third party, and they hold the deposit. And then they check on the owner of the title to make sure that the owner is who he says he is. And they ultimately facilitate the transfer of ownership of the property, okay? So when the deal closes, they're the ones getting everything recorded with the local county and making sure that as the buyer, your name is now on title, and the seller, they now have the money. So it's usually 30 days. It can be extended. It can be shorter. When it comes to extensions, only do it if you absolutely have to. It's best not to. We're always pushing and trying to, get closed earlier. That's the best way to do it. That way there's no loose ends hanging. And so that's always the best way to go for that. So how does escrow start? So the deposit is taken in 3 days after. You have up to 3 days, but that's per the contract here in California. And then after the offer is accepted, so say you accept the offer on day 1, by day 3, let's get that escrow opened and get the deposit taken over to the title company. You can wire the money in, you can take it in person. When we get to there, I'll give you all the details on that. Then during this escrow time, next you're going to do your inspections. Then there's going to be an appraisal. And those get ordered and then they get completed all within the escrow time. And this is normally 30 days. And then too, this last bullet I have here, lenders, they were to be asking for any additional paperwork they need. They might do a rescore, checking your credit. It's all going to be on what the lender needs, whether it's updated pay stubs. That's mainly the most common one, is updated pay stubs, or if you need a gift letter, if you're borrowing money from friends and family, you're going to use a gift letter, and they may need that, or other updated bank statements and updated pay stubs. So yeah, that's all with the lender. They're going to let us know, and I'm going to help you too as well. Okay, closing escrow. So before escrow closes, you're gonna do the final walkthrough. We're gonna check out the property. So yeah, you're gonna get to check out the property for the final time before we close to make sure, nothing's gone crazy, nothing's been damaged, nothing's been, trust me, I have some stories I could tell you guys. I'm probably gonna make some videos about that too. You wanna make sure the tenants are out. You wanna make sure the seller is out. You make sure you don't have some kind of squatting situation. And the bare minimum is, they're not, so when a seller moves out, they don't have to leave the property in pristine condition. And, they do have to have a broom swept. That's in the contract. And, so broom swept and just meeting all the other terms of the contract. If we specifically agree to something and it is explicit in the contract as far as like, a pile of wood that's trash or whatever is going to be out and that's in the contract, then that needs to be there. Same with appliances. If there's a stove missing, if there's a fridge or washer and dryer machines, if it's in the contract that they're going to stay and they're not there, we're going to have a problem. Okay, so then moving on, the buyer and the seller will sign with the notary, and title will receive the funds to close. Then transfer will be recorded with the local county, and and the new owners will be on record. So best case scenario, the title company gets the funds, and then we can fund in the AM and then record in the afternoon. And some counties, it varies by county, each county is different, where you can fund and then record, table funding. And so yeah, it's all varies by county, but we'll get more there when that step comes along. And then it's official. You're the new owner. Congratulations. So that was the home buying process. It's just front row seat of how the process breaks down. And just to recap here before I leave you guys, it's number one and paramount, finding your motivation of why do you want to buy a home? The reason I say is paramount to you finding that motivation, because it can be a challenging process. You may get knocked down, you might get kicked around. It can be tough. Your offer might not get accepted. You're going to be doing offers, and you're going to be overbidding and stuff where it's just you're just not getting accepted. I've seen horrible stories. I've had people come to me, Vincent, we had such a horrible time. We couldn't get our offer accepted. We've been looking for months, and okay, well, hold on, let me kind of delve down and see how I can help you guys. And that's what I specialize in. So to close out here, give us a call if you're looking for property here in California. I work from in the Central Valley here. So we're talking, I've done deals in Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto, to Merced, down to Fresno. So pretty much from Sacramento to Fresno, I can help you out if you're looking for something. I have done and have some experience working in the Bay Area. We're talking San Jose, San Mateo, Oakland, Fremont, so other areas as well. But yeah, thank you and have a nice day.